And we're live. All warranted.
Yeah, that doesn't make us think much higher of her when he says things like that. That's like an alcoholic. He's like just gotten a DUI. Just like I want you to know, I'd only had 14 beers. Just so tell the officer I'd only had 14. They saying I had a case, but that's bullshit.
I'll have you know, I'm a weekend crack user. Only once everything's done.
Monday through Friday, I'm on a straight and narrow, motherfucker. Well, I mean, I do a little meth to pick me up in the morning, but
you're telling me you don't have a couple of rocks on the weekend to loosen up. All right. Each their own, Mr. Ivory Tower. You know? Yeah, that is I've never really asked friends or acquaintances of mine if they've ever tried something like meth or crack, but I don't think that any of them have. You know, like I know that I have friends who have tried like things like cocaine before, but like heroin, crack, meth, like I feel like you would know, at least with crack and meth, because you like pick at your face and your teeth turn brown. Or maybe that's only like the
done
worst
a lot of it. So I was thinking about my drug schooling. As it stands now, I hardly know the order of which ones are worse. Right? I don't know if heroin's worse than meth, like because I think heroin's a little more subtle, but so it can pull you in more easily. Whereas meth is a shit show on day one, where maybe it pushes you away. I'm not sure. They acted like cocaine was going to, like, oh yeah, you take it and then you just keep taking it because it's so wonderful. And before long, your nostrils are connected and you've got this bloody pulp of a face and weird nose jobs and shit. And so here it is. Sometimes not knowing the truth can be good for you. And I think it was Jordan Peterson who said this. And he was like, you know, you got a porcupine over there, right? And porcupines can throw their quills, right? Well, they can't actually. Porcupines can't throw their quills. But if you think they can, then maybe you stay 7 feet from them instead of 1 foot from them, because porcupines can throw their quills. Well, that's where maybe I am with cocaine. Like if you think cocaine is a first time hooked you, ruined you type thing, then maybe that lie they told me was good for me. Or maybe,
I mean,
I don't know. Or maybe you try cocaine once and you're like, hey, but they lied to me. Maybe they were lying. Maybe not only were they lying about the addictive nature of this drug, maybe they were also lying about its negative effects. Those bastards. So you can go down that road as well.
That's true. Like the whole ecstasy thing, where for the longest time they're like, you know, that like just bores a hole in your brain, right? Did you guys hear that?
I never heard that, but you know, it was thrown in there as one of the scarier, like, don't do that. Oh, don't do that.
The ecstasy thing, like the way they taught it to me, I don't know what's true, but they're like, yeah, most people are fine on it. Like 1 in 100, insta death. You know, do you feel like rolling the dice? And, you know, it might be fine for you today and then not fine for you tomorrow, because these are all like street pills. And
see, you know how you know that's total bullshit is every rave in the country would have a death toll if that were true.
Yep.
Like it'd be like another, you know, Pretty Lights or Skrillex show happened. Only 12 dead this time. Pretty good ratio. You know?
Yeah.
Like no,
but because I think the real issue with ecstasy is that sometimes you get something that's not ecstasy and it's bad for you. But I think at a lot of raves now and in a lot of places I've heard that they'll test it for you. You can go up to a dude and he'll test your ecstasy and it turned blue. Have a good time.
They have a drug testing guy now?
Yeah.
What does ecstasy, does anyone know what the effect of? It seems to make girls horny. I've heard that. Is that true?
It's to make you like euphoric and have energy and want to dance a lot, I guess.
But the way I hear people talk about drugs sometimes, I'm like, you know, caffeine practically does that. Like how much better than caffeine is it?
No, it doesn't.
Oh my God. Like nobody's ever like had half of a Coke and been like, God, I feel great. Like I feel fantastic.
I do. Sometimes I'm dragging my ass into Painkiller Already. I have a coffee and now I'm excited
But you're not over there on that rug going doom 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 doom.
No,
I can feel the music.
Your pupils aren't the size of saucers, you know. But as you just keep like tapping your desk and standing up for no reason and like moving around.
So, it was actually like a couple weeks ago. There was a guy who said I was on a drug on the subreddit. Like he nailed like. I'm just afraid it'll take me like 3 minutes.
What drug did he say you were on?
It might have been cocaine. God, I'm gonna look for it.
Well, I mean, he just said it looked like you were on cocaine.
Yeah, but he had a lot of confidence that I was on something.
Did you almost say he nailed it? That's what I understood.
I did say something like that, but
Because
You did say
confirmed.
that.
All right, PKA 367. All right.
I'm gonna just look for the
Starting over. I
posts
just got
with my name in
road
them.
drip. Got my second wind.
Yeah, I don't think I've bumped into people, and like I can remember being with some dudes that I didn't really know very well and smoking cigarettes, and one of them saying something about meth, and I was like, meth, not even once, you know what I mean? He's like, well, I've done it a couple times, and the other guy was like, yeah, me too, and I was like, oh shit, all right, well, I'm gonna run.
I'm gonna see you
I'll
later.
catch you guys later. I didn't know I was
Now,
dealing with a couple of meth.
The real rule is meth no more than twice.
That was their fucking rule, apparently. No more 10 times a week. And
Yes.
Shucks, I'm not finding it. But yeah, the
and-
guy was completely convinced I was on drugs, and all I had was a cup of coffee.
I've known a couple girls who used to do heroin, and had like big issues with it. It was a major thing in their lives. Never known any dudes that did heroin or talked about it or anything.
I know a guy who went to prison for heroin dealing. Yeah, he played on my hockey team years ago.
Ah,
I knew a guy that died from overdose. He was the brother of one of my exes.
jeez.
Yeah,
Yeah, see,
the
that's
time, or you
and-
found
and,
out after.
Yeah, it is long gone. I think it was a year and a half after we broke up. Sorry, he used to call me Dragon. He was like a big brother. Every time I go to the
He
house,
used to
he's
call
like,
me Dragon.
Yeah, he was a typical like
He was
he
chasing
wanted
the
to be
dragon.
overly cool, and he was always drugged up, and he was just looking. He's like, "What's up, Dragon?" What he's talking about, and for me, it was awkward, right? Is the big brother.
Right? I
Um,
like that. Your nickname was Dragon. Now, did anyone
Yeah,
else ever call you Dragon?
no, he was the one. He was the one. I lost it now, so now nobody calls me Dragon.
I can just see like getting a new job. Like, hey, I'm Rock On.
Dragon.
They call me Dragon.
The dragon. Yeah.
Dragon.
Drag for short.
Capital
Whatever.
D. And one of my good friends, when I was very small, he overdosed when he was like 16 or so.
On heroin?
I don't know on what, but on either heroin, cocaine, or on one of these drugs. I have no idea.
Did he die or did he just overdose?
Well, we kind of think it was a suicide because he left some notes, but I don't know if it was he wrote the note and he was depressed and it just happened, or if he actually caused it to happen. But there was a note apparently. I don't know what the note said.
Yeah.
Are you sure it wasn't fetal alcohol?
It was tested at a concert. I'm saying.
Bell's palsy, because that can take a while to come into effect. You could be 35, Bell's palsy kicks in, you're dead. That's how it works.
Dr. Woody, if we perform a diagnostic for Bell's palsy and fetal alcohol syndrome on every patient that comes through those doors, we're going to lose a lot of people. I don't care about that. We do the checklist. You know?